Hi guys. What do we have today? We have predictions for 2 NBA games for December 22nd. So, let's get started. San Antonio Spurs and New Orleans Pelicans. The Spurs had an awful run of 11 straight defeats, but they were able to break it, and they now have 4 victories in their last 6 games. Despite not being among the league's top teams this season, the Spurs are still playing decent ball. This is particularly true in away games, as they won 5 out of 13 away contests, but only 3 of their previous 8 away games saw them cover the spread. The Spurs have been very good on both sides of the floor in their previous 3 away games, averaging 116.7 points per game while allowing just 111.7. The Pelicans have been playing great ball since the start of this season, and this is especially true of their home games, where they have won 12 of their last 16 matches. They won 7 of their most recent 8 home games, covering the spread in 5 of those matches. The Pelicans played incredibly well offensively in their last 3 home games, scoring 121.3 goals per game while allowing 120.6. They have won their previous 5 home games by an average of 9 points. This is the 3rd game between those 2 teams this season, but the first in New Orleans. In both previous games, played in San Antonio, the Pelicans won. The Spurs will be without Keldon Johnson in this game, while the Pelicans will be without Brandon Ingram and Zion Williamson. The Spurs have a strong record in games played in New Orleans over the previous few seasons. They have a 7-0 ATS record in their previous 7 meetings in New Orleans. Injuries to key players on both sides, it appears to me, will lead to this game being very different from the previous 2 played in San Antonio. The bookies seem to have given the Spurs enough free points so that they could once again cover the spread here. Play San Antonio Spurs +8. Washington Wizards and Utah Jazz. The Wizards were on a terrible run of 12 losses in 13 games before to their most recent game. It is also the league's longest losing streak this season. While positive statistics may still be found for their home games, finding positive statistics for their road games is extremely tough. They have lost 13 of their 17 road games this season. They lost 7 of their last 8 road games but covered a spread in 3 of those 8 games. I believe that if I base my prediction on their most current statistics, I will be completely wrong. The way the Wizards performed in their most recent game reminded me of how they played at the start of the season, not how they played until lately. When teams break a long losing skid, they generally give their all in the next few games, at least in the NBA. Overall, the Jazz did not play their best basketball in their most recent contests, but at home this season, they were at their best. They have won 11 of 16 home games, and they have won 5 of their previous 8 home games and covered the spread in 4 of them. The Jazz averaged 120.8 points per game while allowing 116.4 in their last 8 home games. They have won their recent home games by an average of 9.6 points. Both teams have a few names on the injured list, but there's a good chance they'll be full straight for this one. This is their 2nd meeting this season. In the first game, the Wizards won and covered the spread, in Washington. The Wizards have strong record here. They have covered the spread in 5 straight games between the 2 teams in Salt Lake City. Play Washington Wizards +7. Guys, that would be all. See you tomorrow.